Hello. Finally, I'm doing my Lost Earth review. Lost Earth was, it was pretty crazy. This is Lost Earth, more like Lost Austin's Mind, is what this episode, these 3 episodes. I have my grumblings on them. They were the middest of mid. They were in a pretty much mixed bag for these episodes, and we'll get down thoroughly and some of my grumblings with them and some of the praises I have. So without further ado, let's get into part 1. Part 1 starts off with the intro with that's still Jupiter, but don't worry, they changed it in part 2. And nothing's changed except for the fact that I guess the sun, Mercury and Venus are now gone, which I guess is a cool detail. I don't know, man. This episode was in the mid category. Like this is how my thoughts on the 3 episodes. Part 1 was pretty mid. I said in the solar system is empty that most of the part 1s have actually been kind of cooking, not gonna lie. Like Jupiter is back part 1 was a pretty good, nice way to start the story a bit. The Surviving the Dark Side of the Moon part 1 was really good start to the year. Starting off with a banger. And then we had part 3, and then part 1 of the Earth is Leaving was just at least better than the next 2. And then we also had the Solar System's Empty part 1, which was pretty good. I actually liked it. Anyways, let's get into the episode. This one was mid. Part 2, I actually didn't really like that one that much. It had a lot of problems I've got to explain. And then part 3 was pretty good. I liked it. Wasn't as good as some of the other ones, but it was like good, I will say. Anyways, remember all that Mercury and Venus stuff we talked about in the previous episodes? You can literally just forget about that. It leaves off right where we left off with Metis meeting the Earth, but all the Mercury and Venus stuff is not yet even mentioned in this episode. So yeah. This scene is pretty, again, a pink asteroid, which I predicted in my Through the Universe episode 2 thumbnail reaction. A pink asteroid approaches Earth and hits him. Damn. We got back to Gamer Jr. and Astro Wife, who are struggling to leave the car because Gamer cannot leave his precious games behind. Anyways, the pink asteroid hits him. Yeah, I sound really bored. Why the hell do I sound so bored? I need to start making funny jokes. Anyways, listen here, bud. I am betting everything holy that this scene right here, Gamer getting hit with a pink asteroid and getting all juiced up and stuff, that'll become plot relevant later. He'll become like infected or something. Because Solar Ball said that this new Earthling is very special or something. Yeah, you do with this South Park hat. Yeah. So, I'm pretty sure this is gonna be plot relevant. I don't know why. Anyways, this is pretty cool. It just showed the asteroid hitting him, the pink stuff, like, just getting in the Patreon version, so this is a nice touch. But whatever, it's fine. Gamer really likes that he just probably got infected 5 diseases, and he has to ditch the backpack. He has to break the news. So then we see him lose his Gamer backpack. No. He no longer can dastardly attempt at trying to break through walls in some absolutely 4 FPS mobile game. He can't try to break through walls anymore. Ugh, poor Gamer. When the bag dies and all the gaming consoles die, in the Patreon version, the bag just disappears. It just uses the powers of Adobe Premiere to just goes away. It got smothered. This one, they actually show the remains of a backpack corpse. One eking Metis later, we actually get the Metis says, I need to find a planet, and I need one now. So take a guess how much planets were in these, at least the first 2 episodes. Correct. Yep, that is correct. 1, and it was unconscious. Correct. Yes, correct. We cut to the dwarf planets, who we have not seen since Jupiter's Back Part 3. Oh, yeah, Pluto just kind of legit abandoned them, so, sorry. Oh, by the way, Eris gets her first line since the disturbance of the Kuiper Belt, which came out 9 months ago. So, yeah. It's been a while since. So, yeah, Eris actually got her first line. She did not get any lines in the Planet X arc. Unless because they didn't get the disturbance of the Kuiper Belt as a Planet X episode. Blah, blah, blah. Pluto returns and basically tells everything that's been going on through his POV through the 4 minutes that he's had screen time. Yes, surprisingly, he's only had 4 minutes of screen time. Well, that changes now, because the dwarf planets are kind of like the main characters of this episode. So, yeah. Pluto talks with his classical Texan accent and Ceres starts misspelling calling him Pluton, and god damn it, I hate this already. So, I have never been a big fan of the whole Pluto, Sharon, and Ceres love triangle that's been going on here. I don't like it. I don't like that Solar Balls have been adding it. It was a nice, cool reference in the disturbance of the Kuiper Belt, but I just do not like that it's involved in the plot. I have no care for this whatsoever, so I don't give a shit, man. It's just like it's not a good plot line. I don't like it. So luckily, Metis interrupts it. We get a frame of Haumea and Ceres taking up the whole frame. I really need this. This is the best frame, in fact, on the entire episode. Let's go. Haumea and Ceres. This is the ship. No, I'm not shipping Haumea and Ceres. What the hell? Metis screams for Pluto, even though she said she needed a planet, which I know if I'm going to get like 4... I know I'm going to get like 4, 7-year-olds commenting, Pluto's still a planet. How dare you install Pluto like this? I mean, it's the dwarf planet, man. His card is red, man. He's a dwarf planet. He's a shortcut. Eris fails in guessing trivia. That Metis doesn't even have a trivia card. Yeah, the dwarf planets meet. That's casual. Oh, we have an error. It's been a while since we've had errors in, compared to this one. I feel like the last one was in the Solar System Trials Part 2. Here, I'll put it up.
Exactly! Well, as fair as the sun is gonna get anyways.
Sounds like that's cool!
Oh, that's not so bad.
Did you find it? It's okay if you didn't. I mean, basically, Enceladus was talking with Luna's voice. This happened again in the Saturn Gets His Moons Back, where Mimas was talking with Enceladus's voice. But this is the one we got here.
And how may our humble club provide assistance?
Yeah. Pluto was talking with Maki's voice, which, made me a bit angry because, first of all, they sound nothing alike. And a ton of people told Solar Balls about this error in the Patreon version, and I was a bit disappointed they didn't fix it. Another error we see that's actually never been done before is in Lost Earth Part 3, and again, a few people told us the Solar Balls in the Patreon comments, and they didn't really fix it. Even this one's a bit more obvious than that one. Anyways, next up a scene I actually really like. So, yeah, the dwarf planets find Earth unconscious. First time Maki and Haumea get to see a planet ever, so, yeah, that's cool, I guess. And I guess, actually, never mind. So, this scene's cool for some reasons. I like this one because Pluto seems genuinely... Earth, I feel like Pluto should have the most grumblings with the Earth. Because Earth hadn't changed yet. He was still arrogant when Pluto was there. And his Earthlings were the reason Pluto got demoted in the first place. So, yeah. I feel like... I was actually kind of shocked or just... shockery-walkery to see Pluto actually legitimately, look so worried. And then they have to break the news that, yeah, this has apparently happened before. Can't wait to see the three episodes that explain what Earth did before when they mentioned Thea's name, so that's kind of cool. Anyways, we get okay, hold on. We're gonna do something here. Just, a bit math time. For those who don't like math, skip to the, I don't know, I'll tell you later. Just skip to the 10-minute mark, maybe. We're going to calculate the masses of all the dwarf planets plus Metis. So, Metis doesn't have a card, but I know her radius is 21, so that's the radius of Metis. So, add that to, let's start off with smaller. Ceres, 473. It's 494. Okay, so that plus. Sorry, I'm not good at math. Math was the reason I didn't get honor roll in quarter 2, but whatever, it's fine. 494 plus, I think 715 for Maki Maki is 1,209. Got it. Just a reminder, Earth's radius is 6,371 kilometers. So, if this surpasses that, then Solar Balls, you are wrong. Anyways, so that plus... Oh boy. Next up is, Hamea's radius. Let's add 816 to the list and 200. Bro, that's the year we're living in, duh. What? Why is the year we are living in, bro? I forgot about Sharon, but that's kind of funny. Sharon is 606, so... Sorry, I had some manufacturing fault. I think it was about 2,631. Sorry if for those people I told you to skip to the 10-minute mark, I lied. And now we have to do Eris and Pluto's radiuses. So we have to add 1,063. 3,000. Sorry, I don't have an Eris solar card, so I had to look that one up. And it was 3,794. Next up, we have Pluto, the last one, with 1,188. Wait, no, that's wrong, actually. Crap, sorry. This 506. Oh, God, you guys are nowhere close. Okay, that was back to the stuff. So the dwarf planets all agree that they need to find Jupiter and. What else? They can't even get Neptune in the plot? Wow, can't get Neptune in the plot. So disappointing. Anyways, Maki Maki's excited they get to go on an Oort Cloud adventure despite him literally being afraid of doing that in the Planet X arc. Whatever, it's fine. We need him as an educational device, so, yeah. And I'm surprised Eris wants to do really anything. Wow. Pluto decides to stay here as Ceres and Sharon will be alone, and they can't have that, otherwise they'd make out. Wait, what? Sorry, this is a kid's show. And, okay. So, then we see Ceres foreshadowingly tries to entropy the Earth, and, I was like, Ceres, what you doing? What you doing? Anyway, cut to where the hell the Earth's been. Let's go. I don't care. I was actually like... Let's go. So he's in a void. The four fundamental forces literally just dipped him out. They didn't even care, man. They're just dum-dums, man. So, yeah, the Earth's just left here, man. The four forces. What is wrong with you, man? Earth tries to wake up, and it's no use because he's in a trance, I think. And we get to see, cliffhanger. Who's that? Oh, no. It's the Singularity. Alright. Part 2 time, boys. Start off with an intro. And, yeah. There's nothing else to say. I mean, Pluto voiced this one. It's finally not Jupiter. We actually have not had one that's not voiced by Jupiter. Since Jupiter is back, part 3. So finally we have Pluto voicing it. Anyways, in the Patreon version, I was grumblingly not, Jack Stansbury is a very good voice actor. He has a ton of vocal range, and he can voice pretty much almost every male except for Planet X, Proto, and probably Cosmo. I don't know if he's a voice actor for Cosmo or not. But he voices every male character except for those 3. So, I hate to say it, but the Singularity is probably one that he didn't do quite the best job on. In the Patreon version, we didn't get the female voice alongside the Singularity. We just got the male voice in the Patreon version, and I just say it wasn't really a good job. I found it really annoying at some points. So, yeah. But sometimes, and I was wondering, sometimes the Patreon voices can get annoying because, for characters like Sar, a lot of people complain that Sar's voice does sound annoying in the Patreon versions, but that's without the robot filtering. They filter it in the YouTube version, so that gets changed and sounds a lot more villainous and cooler than someone who's just trying to sound like a robot. And there's other characters like spoilers for the baby voices for some of the planets. They can get a bit annoying, spoilers for, but I think those ones will be fixed in the YouTube version. So yeah. Anyways, I just didn't. I was like, okay, maybe the female audio will get added in the new. Let's see how it is. The female audio did not really help. I feel like it made it harder for me to understand since the female audio was added 2 seconds after the male audio, and at the very end they forgot to add the male audio. So now we have another problem of just it's basically two people trying to repeat a sentence, but since they're 2 seconds off, there's two audios playing at the same time, and it gets hard to see what they're actually saying because they turn down the male voice and kind of put them on mid, but they're 2 seconds later, so it's hard to figure out what they're saying. So that's one of the grumblings I've had with this part, is the voicing. But I guess it is confirmed that Earth does realize there was a crash, because I feel like they were forgetting that for the entirety of the Earth is leaving and the solar system is empty, and Jupiter is back, frankly, because Planet X was the one that mentioned it to him, and Earth keeps, forgetting that. In the Earth is leaving, he just says, I need to see Thea. And, if Thea crashed, Thea crashed into you due to Planet X. So, you should know about this. You should know. It was in the solar card, Earth. So, at least Earth does know. So, yeah, he knows there was a crash. Yeah. He just doesn't know what happens, and neither do I. Anyways, Pluto and Sharon. We cut to the stupid love triangle where this is a grumbling scene. There were some good things about it. I was more annoyed by the singularity mess up, which, okay. But this one, I just do not like this love triangle plot. It is annoying. It is more annoying than Titania's plot, because at least Titania sometimes has reasons to be angry. She has a freaking origin story alongside her, but with, Kahless or Uranus or Kahless, whatever you want to call it. But this one is just, I hate it. I thought it was a joke in Disturbance of the Kuiper Belt. One thing I've come to realize from Solar Balls is something that's a joke somehow gets plot relevant, which is something I'm starting to dislike about it. The joke where Pluto and Metis briefly exchange, I thought that was just a joke, and no, that was plot relevant. This one has a similar thing. I thought in Disturbance of the Kuiper Belt, Pluto being jealous over Ceres was a joke, and no, it's plot relevant. Somehow, kind of. I don't know. I don't like this scene. And then we actually change it to Ceres actually throwing asteroids, and also Metis is brought up in the scene for some strange reason. But this scene, this is cool. I like this. The back and forth and the fact that they changed the battle music. It's not the same battle music they have. They actually changed it a bit. They made it different, which is cool. I like it. I like that battle music because what happened in the Grand Attack, that was pretty cool. Just watch the Grand Attack scene with headphones. But oh boy. But I feel like sometimes it does get tiresome when they just use it for every battle or intense scene. So it's nice to see that they actually changed it. And we see the return of Houston. So glad that he's here again. Oh well, at least he's only here for 2 minutes of the 23 minutes that were these episodes. So yeah, Mr. Rockstar calls him and hangs up on him. His ass deserved it, I'm just saying. The drill seems to be working well. And where the hell did all the stands and the scissors and ribbon go? Whatever, it's fine. Who cares? I don't give a shit. And here's it. They tried to make Houston with funny, and it just did not work. I do not find it funny when Houston thinks that 100 megatons of TNT is a lot, he asks then. And can the Earth stop ending for 1 second? It's not funny. I don't care. It's not funny. I don't really find Houston that funny. It was funny when we didn't know how unlikable he was. Whatever, it's fine. I don't care. One brief orange-hating explanation. Ceres entropies the Earth some more because, entropy, and Ceres tries a different tactic. That was one on Solar Ball's poles. Oh, by the way, I got a shout out. Shout out to that one Godzilla fan and Kitty Cat for guessing my leaked line correctly. I kind of gave it away with the back to nothing. Oh man, now it's now. Also, Ceres KO's Sharon by getting a different asteroid hitting animation, which is kind of similar to Ganymede. Whatever, it's fine. And Luna has an epic. Luna and Astradu come in with an epic showing. Okay, one error that they did fix was that in the Patreon version, Luna's outline was really thin. It was just really thin, so they made it a bit more thicker. Yay. Welcome to Luna versus Ceres. Luna doesn't have Io and Callisto this time, but he has Pluto and Sharon. Speaking of Sharon, you know what Sharon sounds like? Shaving. You know, shaving. We get caught in 4K of Astradu shaving. Don't know why. Might be plot relevant. Who knows? Maybe just wanted to see shaving. I don't know. Why is he shaving, man? It's so random. Computer gets a few voice lines out. We get an educational scene, which is way too late for an educational. And then we see Haumea, Maki, Haumea, and Crap, I said Haumea twice. Eris, Haumea, Maki, and Metis. And yeah, we mentioned Orc Cloud. Cool. I don't really care about this scene. It's okay. We move on to the next episode, okay? Moving. You know what? Fine. Here's one of my grumblings with this episode. Feel like it was a bit rushed. The Singularity voicing was all a big mess in that scene. It really got away from any impact on the story and stuff, because this is supposed to be an important scene. Like, Singularity's gonna reveal the truth to Earth, and it's apparently not supposed to be what the fundamental forces said, because, you know, the next arc is the first planets, you know? Like, you know? Do you know it? Yes, you do. So, like, I just couldn't take it seriously, and the Pluto and Sharon stuff is just fucking stupid, man. I hate it. I hate this, man. I didn't like it from the beginning. I don't like it now. Also, this episode was 6 minutes. I know it was 6 minutes and 58 seconds, but still, 6-minute episodes don't really tend for me that well. Well, now we have an 8-minute, pretty much 9-minute, longest episode of 2025 Solar Balls for now, Lost Earth Part 3. Did I like this episode? I did. It actually was a bit more plot relevant than the first two. The first two were plot relevant, and I did, this one showed what the hell the planets were doing. They didn't show what Mercury and Venus were doing. That one was kind of the main reason why I really like the solar system is empty. They really explained that one very well, and the fact that we just kind of got that ignored in this one, and then knowing that after this one we weren't really going to see present-day planets for a bit, was pretty annoying. This episode I had to treat with caution, because once again, allegedly there's going to be 12 flashback episodes. That means, because according to some guy, I don't know, allegedly there's going to be 12 flashback episodes. That means 4 3-part arcs dedicated to flashbacking. I mean, it could mean one, and I was wondering, okay, well, maybe Thea and Proto are the narrators. Nope, it's Astrud and his son due to the preview. They're the narrators. So this means that this was going to be one of the last time we were going to see present-day planets for a bit. Our present-day characters. Because we weren't going to see them for a bit. But I thought this would answer some questions, and the thing is, it just leaves us on a fucking cliffhanger. God damn it. If I'm wrong about the 12 episodes things, don't go, and I just heard someone else say it, man. Anyways, let's get into the episode. I feel like this episode tried a bit too hard on trying to explain everything, include everything, because I think they realized, oh wait, the next arc's supposed to be the flashback saga. We forgot we split the arc into so many different piles, we gotta make this a bloated mess. So yeah, that's pretty much this episode, a bloated mess. I feel like there are way too many scenes, too many things going on, too many stuff for just this one episode. They could have very much attached some of these on to part 2, because I feel like part 2 is pretty short. Hell, they could, because I feel like if part 1 and part 2 didn't focus on this, they could have absolutely just attached 1 or 2 of these scenes to part 2, or 1, who knows. Doesn't really matter. For the scenes that you need part 1 and 2 to find out, can't add those. But the scenes where you don't, like the moon scene, you don't need to have that one. Mars and Saturn, maybe you might want to put that one after Luna and Astra's epic return. But come on! I feel like this one was really bloated, had too much scenes, and I feel like many of them and they didn't really have that much explanation, or they just left you on cliffhangers, which was okay, but I feel like this one would have answered more things. I feel like this arc should have answered more things instead of just giving us so much information and just leaving us off on a cliffhanger for probably 2 months, maybe 3. Because, yeah, this episode was going to be the last time we're going to see present-day planets for a bit. So, yeah, let's get in the episode. We get the return of Yurt Kalis and Jupiter's arc. I forgot that this is the reason this entire shenanigans is happening, because Solar Boss literally forgot about it, too. Yeah, for some reason, I guess they just forgot that this was the reason why everything. I think they were a bit more focused on Earth Thea, because... And then, while that's the main goal of the arc, I don't think this is the why it's happening. I feel like this should have gotten a bit more scenes too, instead of just leaving us off on a cliffhanger. Because first of all, we could have gotten a resolution a solution to this, plenty, without like the Thea stuff. You don't need to give us a cliffhanger. I mean, I like this scene because it returns Uranus and Jupiter. Because, that's the kind of why this all started, but it would be kind of cool. But anyways, we had a sponsor segment to rant about. Unlike the last sponsor segment, which I already knew about from yesterday before Lost Earth Part 2 came out, still right about that, we do get a different sponsor segment for War Thunder. Also, is that a discount Walmart on that computer? What? Why is there a discount Walmart? Europa, what computer you guys got, bruh? Ganymede and Europa are the hosts of this sponsor segment now. I really like that they're including the moons in this one now. Foreshadowing. Anyways, hopefully foreshadowing. They said they were gonna do it. So what are they gonna do? Sorry, but don't think about that. Anyways, so basically, War Thunder gets sponsored again. They haven't sponsored this one since, I think, Moons of Neptune. Yeah, they have not sponsored War Thunder since the Moons of Neptune. So that's kind of cool. Would have liked them to do a new sponsor, but whatever, it's fine. This one's cool, and the fact that Ganymede and Europa, the reason they want to play this is because they do want some action and stuff. Every arc, there's at least one character that gets sidelined. In the Moon Revolution, I do think the gas giants were kind of sidelined a bit, which is fine, I guess. Oh, no, the Earthlings were definitely sidelined in the Moon Revolution. But I feel like the Rocky planets were sidelined in the Planet X arc. We barely really saw them, and they were for comedic effect. So yeah, none of them were really plot relevant, and they were just there to be there. And now I feel like the moons are going to be kind of the ones in this arc. They're going to be a bit in sideline. We're going to forget about them. They're not that important to the story. Anyways, get a 20-second scene of Luna versus Ceres Round 2 without Io and Callisto. And Asteroid rings up Houston to call. Surprise, surprise. Houston's wearing a jacket, which low-key... I can't believe I'm saying this. Houston was actually kind of good in this scene. I actually kind of liked this scene with Houston. This scene actually, Houston is not doing that many jokes. He's actually being the educational stereotype of the episode today. Shit. And then we also have, sorry, man. Houston's being a responsible little lad like he should be. The Ignis, which no one really could get that one right. The Ignis is in space and it will need some guidance to reach its target. So, yeah, the Ignis, some people guessed Maki Maki and Astro Dude, some people guessed Computer. Yeah, unfortunately, it was Houston. The Earth and Singularity scene got better because this time, instead of just having the male voice present in the Patreon version, they actually had both voices present. And I guess it didn't really get better, once again. Did not get better because the fact that I had to deal with this first, in fact, actually, I had to deal with the male and female voices present in Lost Earth Part 3 first, this problem, in the Patreon version, because I typically watch the Patreon version before I go and watch the YouTube version. They put them out like 30 minutes before. But, yeah, they did it again. Where, like, they do the... Where the voice was 2 seconds off, and I'm not gonna complain about this, but yeah. This scene was cool, especially for the music. Holy shit. Oh my god. A big bang. Actually, like 6 big bangs happened. Is that like a grenade? What? Ready for a big bang? Yo, and then we see... This is cool. Holy shit. And then we see that, a door opens, a voice comes in, and unfortunate for us Patreons, there seems like it's going to be a plot twist. Unfortunately for us Patreons, Thea did not cast a shadow, so we knew it was Thea, which took away the intensity of it. It took away what could have been, I feel like, a good reveal. It was very clearly obvious, but if they left us on a cliffhanger or something, that would have been cool too, because we could have known it was Thea. It would have been... We could speculate Thea's design a bit, because we see it a bit better now. But unfortunately, and for us Patreons, the shadow, Thea did not cast the shadow. We knew it was just Thea. So yeah, that was a bit disappointing. Whatever, it's fine. We get a mention of Proxima Centauri. Maki Maki pronounces it weird, but he also pronounces the Oort cloud weird, so I don't know. Yeah. So yeah. But we get Proxima Centauri gets mentioned, which, yay. Apparently it's 40 trillion kilometers away. Metis wishes Europa more time, which cuts to the moons. And we get our 3 main gals, Europa, Callisto, and Titania. Titania is just like, wow. I don't like Titania. She is literally discount Europa. She was against the moon revolution. Are her eyes gonna turn red? Do I have to update my video on her? Do I have to go through that again? What the hell? I don't like Titania. I'm gonna throw... Planet X, you know what? Planet X, she should have her injury marks from Planet X still. Because Planet X, you should have done more, bruh. Fuck Titania, I don't like her. Phobos and Deimos, unfortunately, Deimos got infected by Phobos. I already knew it. I always knew I liked Deimos more than Phobos. But, don't tell an expensive car I said that. Basically, Deimos got infected, man. He got infected by Phobos. We cut to Mars and Saturn, who are on the opposite side of the splitting up for things, and they found pretty much nothing, and this seems kind of useless and really should have just been attached to part 2. One thing that was funny He says, come on, our solar system is pretty peaceful. And just cuts to absolute Luna and Pluto throwing asteroids at Ceres. Ceres gets a frown grin, which is terrifying. And they got a new name. See if you can spot.
He's too fast for us. I can move 1 kilometer per second. And you? About 4.7, but he's much faster than us. I wonder how.
Did you find it? If you didn't, then what? The error is he says 4.7. Yeah, that looks like a 7, buddy. That looks like a 7, buddy. Yeah. And then we get the best scene of the entire arc. Earth with a reflection. It looks like the water. Holy shit, that's actually kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie, man. I like the reflection. Damn, and this was even in the old thumbnail. They unfortunately changed it to some thumbnail I just have some grumbles about. Grumbles. And then we see Proto's design, which, it's okay. It's fine. Theia's design, I'm being grumbly here. Don't really like the eyes that much. Feel like the eyes could have been better. They have the Pluto eyes, where one's bigger than the other. I guess that could mean that, like, I don't know, man. These guys can't wait to see him. Proto has that, like, oh boy. So, Solar Balls gave us a bit of a picture of what part 2 is going to be like. But Proto stares at Theia and is like, and everyone's like, Proto be making that Riz. I was like, oh my god. And Theia says, close your eyes, Earth, and here's the story of your fucking creation. And then we end on a cliffhanger, just like Search for Planet X Part 3. This arc was good and bad in some ways. How do I put it? I feel like that's my second favorite out of the 4 so far. Yeah, so, hope you like this one. Please don't find my IP address. And, I'll see y'all later. See ya. Bye.